Interpreted and compiled language. What is the difference between the interpreted language and compiled language? Compiled language compiles total coding, total programming at a time, and then it converts to the machine readable language. But in case of interpreted language, it converts each and every line-wise compilation, line-wise your conversion. So each and every line will be read first, then it will be converted to the machine language. So step by step it compiles, step by step it interprets, and then it is converted totally to the machine language. The difference between these that compiled language, normally it is very fast because total compilation is executed at the first time. Before the execution it is already compiled, already ready, so it is fast normally than the interpreted language. But interpreted language have a facility is that the interpreted language interpret line by line, then in each and every compilation is required, each and every changes is occurred in the later line, then it is very easy, then it can never be required to convert total language then. But in case of compiled language, the total language is compiled, and after it is readable. If any changes is occurred in these cases, then total decompilation is required, then it is very slow. In this case it is very slow, but it is the facility. Another facility is that the compiled language, that is C, C++, etc., run on the basis of the hardware and machine OS. So it is a dependent on the OS and the machine hardware. But in case of interpreted language, it is not dependent on the machine or any OS. So if any machine, any types of the OS, we can run the, irrespective of the machine and OS, interpreted language runs. But in case of compiled language, it is not possible because it always has a target. The target is OS and the hardware. Another is that if any required changes is occurred, that is, I have already occurred this, if any changes is occurred, then it is very troublesome in case of the compiled language, because the compiled language normally very fast, but when any compilation, decompilation is required on the basis of the changes or any types of hardware difficulties is performed in between the compilation, then it is very troublesome to identify that hardware difficulties or the machine generated coding difficulties, or that is the very troublesome in case of compiled language, C, C++, etc. But in case of this language, the interpreted language, it is very easy because it is not machine dependent. So the difficulties from the machine, it is very, very critical, very little, very negligible. So it gives us very comfort that it is not normally dependent on the machine hardware. This is the difference between the compiled and interpreted language.